Think of the smallest 19th of a second that changed everything. A technician, a humming machine, and two letters that made the world lean forward. It was 1969. The Cold War loomed. The Pentagon feared a single nuclear strike could silence command. Deep inside a lab, a researcher typed login. The system froze. Only two letters made it through. LO. That was it. The first internet message in history. Not a grand speech, not a manifesto, just LO. A broken greeting, or perhaps the universe hinting, look out! Something extraordinary is loading. That system was ARPANET. It wasn't built for fun or curiosity. It was built for survival. The military wanted a network so tough that if half the country was wiped off the map, the other half would still talk. Engineers built connections like a spider's web, flexible, redundant, impossible to silence. Soon, universities joined. Students tapped on clunky terminals, sending the first emails. By 1983, the network had its own common language, TCP/IP. Suddenly, these machines weren't just speaking, they were understanding. Most of the world had no idea what was happening. The seeds of a revolution were hidden in plain sight. Then came 1990. A quiet scientist named Tim Berners-Lee gave the world the World Wide Web. For the first time, information wasn't trapped in books or guarded in libraries. It was pages, connected by links, open to anyone bold enough to explore. The 90s exploded with possibility. The screech of a dial-up modem became the anthem of a new generation. AOL chat rooms, Yahoo searches, Netscape browsers. They weren't just tools, they were doorways into another universe. People adopted strange usernames and found strangers across the world who suddenly felt like neighbors. For the first time in history, distance didn't mean separation. The 2000s made the web grow up. Broadband killed the dial-up screen. Google became the oracle. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Platforms that didn't just connect us, they defined us. And behind the bright screens were the real architects of the modern internet. Algorithms. Every click, every like, every pause was tracked. Not just to understand us, but to predict us. To shape what we saw, what we bought, what we believed. The internet was no longer just a mirror reflecting humanity. It became a sculptor, chiseling our thoughts, our behaviors, our cultures. And now, the internet has taken another leap. It no longer lives only in wires and screens. It has become everywhere. In satellites above us, in clouds of servers below us, in the phones in our pockets, the watches on our wrists, the cars we drive, the fridges in our kitchens. And binding it all together is artificial intelligence. AI curates what we see, writes what we read, and whispers suggestions so subtle. We don't notice the steering. It predicts your next purchase, your next song, even your next thought. Everyday objects, cars, appliances, wearable devices are now data messengers, feeding AI a portrait of your life. Robots code software, machines trade stocks, digital agents schedule your day. Work, once requiring teams, is now automated in seconds. It feels like magic, but there is a cost. As AI grows more capable, people grow more dependent. Conversations shrink, curiosity fades, the rhythm of life accelerates, but something human seems to slow. We are no longer just connected to each other, we are connected to AI itself. And here lies the question: is AI our greatest collaborator or a quiet master we already serve without realizing it? Where does this path lead? Some dream of a decentralized web, where individuals own their data and privacy is restored. Others imagine a global neural net powered by satellites, giving every human on Earth a voice. But there are darker visions too, systems that track, nudge, and control, optimizing not for truth or dignity, but for endless engagement. And beyond even that, a horizon stranger than fiction, brain-computer interfaces. A future where the internet doesn't just live in your home, your car, your pocket, it lives in your mind. The story of the internet began with 2 letters, L-O, a broken word, an unfinished greeting. Decades later, 5 billion people are still finishing the sentence, with every post, every click, every upload, every line of code. But the final chapter, that hasn't been written. So let me ask you, will AI take over the internet? Or will we take it back before it's too late? Comment your thoughts below and subscribe. Because in the next episode, we'll pull apart something you use every single day, often without thinking.